So we were in the middle of the Midos HaRachamim. So in our Parsha, which we went through at least once, right? Okay, so one of the mitzvot in the Parsha is to go in Hashem's ways. So when you're talking about Hashem, who's infinite and unknowable, going in his ways seems like impossible. So there are two ways of looking at this. I want to give you both ways. The simpler way is what Rambam brings. He says, observe Hashem's ways, and he gives us three specifics. He says, integrate those at least. So we're starting with three. So the first is, quoting Rambam, Mahu rachum afateheyu rachum. He's merciful, you be merciful. So the word for mercy in Hebrew is rachum, which is related to the Hebrew word rechem, which means womb. So Hashem is, so to speak, the womb of the world. He provides nurture and possibilities for the entire world, for all of the cosmos, for all of the micro world. So you can't do this. Okay, yeah. This is not how you're going to spend your afternoon nurturing the entire unisystem. But what you could do is try to be a safe place for other people and nurture. What's involved in being a safe place for other people?
Non-judgmental.
Being non-judgmental. Tell me more.
Available.
Available.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, and caring.
Yeah, caring.
So like if you have two drunks in the Bowery and neither one is judgmental on the other and they both listen because they have nothing else to do, that's not nurture. Okay. Okay, so you have to approach things with nurture. So this creates for us a certain degree of conflict. What conflict does that involve us in?
Me caring about me versus me caring about
Exactly, me caring about me. So it's important to realize that when you're saying me, you have more than one aspect of self. One aspect of self is your body. Your body only loses by caring for other people. You always either lose time or money okay. But your soul, which arguably is your essential self, only becomes stronger and bigger through nurturing others. So your basic question here is, which is more definitive of the real you, having or being? So if it's being, then you could find a place in which you want to nurture and give. If it's having, you're not going to be able to do that. Which would you say contemporary society trains people towards, having or being? Definitely having. Okay, so you have to sort of recreate yourself, you know. But otherwise, it's easy. Okay, next. The second one is similar but not identical. It's chanun, which means giving for free. So in contemporary society, we're encouraged to give in a way that's reciprocal. So that means I'll give you, and then you'll give me, and then we'll both be happy. Okay, what's the problem with a reciprocal relationship?
It's never exactly reciprocal, like relative to how much I want.
It's often not exactly reciprocal by the nature of things, but it means that your happiness and your satisfaction with yourself and your identity depends on somebody else's choices. Okay, so here's the vocabulary of idealizing reciprocal relationships. Don't be a shmata. Don't let people step all over you. Don't be a dish rag. Don't be taken advantage of. Did we all grow up with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone could only take advantage of you if they're taking something from you without your consent. If you've decided to give someone something, they're not taking advantage of you. Do you understand this? Okay, so give me an example of reciprocal relationships that work in today's society. And don't tell me paying rent. I mean something a little more emotional than that.
Marriage.
In many marriages, there's an expectation of a reciprocal relationship. So that would mean if you made me a beautiful dinner, then I have to buy you flowers. But if you didn't make me a beautiful dinner, I could save my money. If you bought me flowers because I had a reciprocal, beautiful dinner, then when you do something nice for me, I also have to do something nice for you. So there's bookkeeping. You understand this? So sometimes, especially in marriage, but not only in marriage, people don't even want to receive because they know that it puts on them, okay, the need to give back. Do you understand this? Okay, so that kills the relationship. Okay, give me an example of a non-reciprocal relationship. Only if the doctor is saying, oh, I don't care if you pay or not.
Parents and children.
So parents and children could be, and I want to point out the dangers there. If the parent is sincere about wanting to nurture children, it could be the most pure of all non-reciprocal relationships. What are some agendas that some parents have?
I want a child becoming a doctor, a lawyer.
Okay, I'll give you if you make me feel good about myself. So if you'll become a doctor or a lawyer so that I'll be the parent of a doctor or a lawyer, okay, then you've given me back. So now we're even Steven. What? Okay. And you could do this religiously also. I love you if you'll be a tzaddik, but suppose you won't, then I don't love you anymore. Okay, clear? So you have to be in it for the child if you want it to work. Are children sensitive to this kind of bargaining? Yeah, that's what rebellion's all about. Okay, clear? Okay, you understand this? So giving for free would be, for instance, I'll give you for instance you could relate to. Suppose you have a roommate who's going through stuff, which in Neve certainly happens often enough, and it's put her off, like she gets up late, stays up late, doesn't eat or eats too much, her stuff's a mess, and the more she digs her hole deep, the more confused she's getting. Do you understand this? What could you do for her? Okay, here we go. Here, this is straight from Froyo. Eat it, and then we're going to Rabbi Smith. Okay, clear, got this? Is she going to be able to do this back for you? Hopefully not. Okay, got this? So that's pure giving. You understand this? Okay, so when you give, how do you feel when you do this?
Great.
You feel great. So you're not giving away your identity, you're developing your identity. Okay, the third trait that Rambam brings is kadosh. So he says Rachum, Chanun, Kadosh. Those are the three. There's a whole other set, but I'm giving you Rambam's. Kadosh means holy. So to understand how you could be holy, we have to define holiness. What do you think holiness is?